Well, I'm going to start on the back cabinets here now. I've already cut out a couple of pieces. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take. So I'm going to get started and you can follow along. Well, so I've been working my way from the back of the bus to the front, and this is at the back. Still working on the back. And I'm having a crisis or an issue. I think it's with that cabinet. You can probably tell it's bowing right there a little bit. I'm not happy with it. I've got a lot of, as you can see, I've got some wasted space here. I should really be using this part is so far down because there's a support back there that I don't want to interfere with, but I'm sacrificing so much usable cabinet space here. I'm thinking I'm going to take this down and do it over again. I don't know. I'm going to rework it. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do yet. This is a new one too. So this is a new cabinet, which it's not in place perfectly yet. And then this is another complete new cabinet. Gotta do a lot of doors here eventually, but also got vinyl on here and here. So, and then on the back here, down below, I'm thinking of actually doing vinyl on the back of the wall. And then this surface would be oak, and then vinyl here. So I might actually just, tell you the truth, just do vinyl. Start it up there, and I've got a length of it. Just basically roll it all the way down. And then this part here is going to be a closet, of course. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Just finish each room perfectly and move on, rather than just having a whole bunch of half-done stuff. All right, here's, you know what, I decided I'm going to leave it as one piece, and I'm just going to try and fix it. So I used this top piece. I know I'm going to have to recut it, or probably get a new piece completely, but this is just a test fit. And I'm glad I did, because I made this too tall. You can tell, because this part here is supposed to be flush with this right here. That's the way all my other cabinets are, as you can see here. The good news is, at least it's consistent. It seems about like it's about the same on both sides. I remember somebody commenting, and by the way, I love your comments, that they love seeing how I problem solve. Which I think is like a nice way of saying I like to watch you make mistakes. So that's pretty cool. I keep telling myself I need to do it right, because if I don't do it right, I'm going to look at it and I'm not going to be happy with it. So, and this is our bedroom, you know, I want it to look perfect. All right, this is, what is this? I think it's take 3. And here's the next iteration of this cabinet. I'm close. I'm really close here, as you can see. So I'm trying to keep as much of this space up here as I can. And I'm about, I mean, that can go up just a tick. And that's all that really needs to. But this is the side that's much more tight. You can see this doesn't even move. It's solid. And the reason why it's solid is there's a beam, not a beam, there's a frame support back there. And it's hitting the edge of this. But if I trim it too much, I'll start losing more of the space here. I don't want to do that. So I'm thinking about actually trimming the outside of it. All right, so I think I'm not going to cut these down completely. Just I'm really worried about throwing off the geometry of everything. But what I did decide, I can see, here's that bar that I'm talking about. So what I did was, if I put that there, that fits perfect there where it needs to. And it works around that, and I'm only cutting into my rabbet here. All right, in the shop here, you can see I've really taken a good chunk out of that. And what I ended up doing actually was using my Craig jig bit here, and it works just kind of like a mill bit. I can go sideways on it and just work that out. That worked really well. So I'm going to do a little bit on the other side too, and I'm going to give this another test fit, because sad news is I don't think I'm going to be able to reuse this piece because there's a big gap here. I don't know. I mean, I could maybe cut a piece that would fit right in there. I don't know. I've done sillier things. Let's get this up here, test fit it, and see where we're at. Well, look at that. Actually, without having to cut anything more, or actually trim my ends, we are fitting pretty good there. And I put one screw in there just to hold it. Now, the other side, not so much. And the reason is, so I need to trim away a little bit more in there, and then that'll button up nice and pretty too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I did it. Got it done. So, oh, that feels good. It's level on both sides here. And now we've got a ton more room compared to how it used to be. Kind of almost comparable to these cabinets here. Oh, so then I just got to build the face frames, and because this is such a complicated cabinet, my plan was to put it on after. Although, I don't know, I'm kind of thinking now I might be able to just put it on like a normal face frame. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, that's all I got. Alright, so I'm going to call this cabinet done other than staining. I'm going to do that next here, but so you can see here, that's where I chewed away at that area. And then you see I added this little strip, and let me tell you, this is why you keep little pieces of scrap like this. So I just cut a little strip, put it along there, put some glue in there. Maybe use a little bit more in there to seal it up, but no one's ever going to see this. So what I did was I mixed a little bit of glue and sawdust together to make like a wood filler putty cement. Just crammed it all in there and then nailed that through there all the way along to make that nice and sealed up. And then on the back side here, on the inside, you can see maybe a little bit there. There's a little white strip there. That's from where it was the first time I stained this. And there's a little bit of glue and sawdust in there too. I put sawdust on this side. And I've got a little glue to clean up here or there, but so that's where I'm at on this. I think I'm going to call this good. I'm just going to stain this up and maybe get a coat of polyurethane on it tonight. And I might actually put some vinyl on that back wall. I found I had some contact cement, and this stuff works real good for it. So who knows? I might not be done yet tonight. So here we are. We're making some progress. I've got some more vinyl up, and you can see some bubbling in there. I gotta wait for the adhesive to stick a little bit more, and then I can get those out. So they kind of go away. So I'll just keep working those down. So that's where that's at. And then yeah, I got some vinyl on there too. And oh geez, look at those bubbles. You see them on camera more, I think. Well, I don't know. Our bed's gonna be up against that and hide most of that anyway. I don't know. You're only gonna see about that much. Right there. That's all you're really gonna see. And up there too. But a cabinet's gonna cover a bunch of that. So anyway, okay, where are we at? So I have this cabinet done, obviously, and it has been up there before, but I have to put that back one up first. And that's in the garage. That's finished, ready to go. Face frame is on it. It looks good. I made a little change here. I used to have a board there, and I'm gonna leave that open like these are, because I put I don't know what you'd call them, but I make a little piece that fits over that. A little light can go in it, and it kind of encloses the blind inside of it. I'll show you here real quick again. They're like these things here. I'm gonna put one of those in there. See how that works? Or these? I'm gonna do one of those in there. Anyway, just kind of thinking about, okay, what do I have to do next? So I think I'm gonna be working on the closet that's gonna go here. But because when I get the closet in there, then I can get the dimensions of this back piece that's gonna cover all of this here. And I'm gonna put a piece of oak on top of this to cover all this up and it'll make it look nice. Yeah, all that glue's still hardening up or sticking up. You kind of gotta let it set up and get tacky. But before I can get the height of the closet, I need to get that back cabinet up, and then I can put these side ones back up. So I think I'm going to do that now, and then I'll show you how that looks, kind of all done. In an effort to make sure that I am recording the parts about this that suck, I will do that. So what's going on here right now is I'm trying to get this to line up with the bottom there, and I'm using a board to kind of wedge it in there, but it's still not moving up. There's just not enough clearance here, so it's a real tight fit. I need to shave that down just a little bit more. That sucks. I've got some good news and bad news. What do you want first? Well, I'll give you the good news. Good news is I'm now at the right height. It fits after all that trimming, but you probably see the bad news. Oh, the bad news is I chipped out a little bit while I was using my jigsaw for this, so with that in mind, I decided I'm just gonna sand. I had some drips here, you can see some other spots I wasn't liking, and I also developed this little gap here. So I think I'm gonna take some sawdust and glue and a little bit of stain, pack that in there, and then seal over it. You probably won't see it too much. It's not perfect, but it's where I'm at. And oh boy. So I'm in the home stretch. That is where we're at on it. All right, we've got this cabinet. Little touch-up stains, a little bit more polyurethane on it. Good to go. All right, we've got all of them finally up. It's after dinner now. I've been working on this all day. I'm working on this all week. I'm generally pretty happy with it. They're not quite as perfect as I'd like, but that's the way it goes. So now I have my height here, and this is the back. Plan on this being the back wall of the closet. I did, as you can tell there, I mismeasured a little bit. And now to get the width of the closet, I need to put in the bed frame, and I have pieces of my bed frame here. So I'm going to put that back together with that cut corner there, and let's see where we get here. Probably have to do a little job site cleanup here. It's getting a little messy. Alright, so I lied about cleaning anything up. I didn't really do much. I brought a garbage bag in. So here's the bed frame now. And this is pretty good. That feels solid. And that's the right height and everything. And then I just take, well, here's one of them here. These boards, I'm gonna have to cut them down. So you can kind of see. This is where the inside of this used to be, and now I've trimmed quite a bit off of it. So I have to go, I've got, I don't know, about 20 of these boards. I'm gonna have to retrim, and then I have another board that goes along. There's an inner rail. It kind of acts as that little one by there. But anyway, I wanted to update on what I'm deciding to do on the closet here. And you can see I have a line scribed on here, and actually what I'm thinking about doing is having the closet door go at an angle like that, so it actually pulls out this way. One of the reasons why is I'm thinking that would be good because it's going to provide a natural little step right here, because there won't be closet there, to hop up into the bed, because the bed is a little bit higher than a normal bed frame is. So a quick word on, again, how I put it together my cabinets. I do this with my router. I think this is called a dado or a rabbit joint here. I find that just makes it super strong. I'm gonna put some glue in here and then Brad nail it together, and it sets up real quick. Looks real good. Nail the pieces to this and it pretty much assembles itself. Can't really screw it up. Well, I'm an idiot here. I was starting to put this together, and I'm right. You can't screw up putting it together, but you can screw up cutting boards. I cut this one for the bottom, and this, my nice oak piece, is supposed to be on top. I mean, this would look good on the bottom. At this point, I guess I gotta keep this as the bottom and keep it looking nice, and then I'm gonna need to buy some more of this anyway, so I'll just maybe buy 2 more pieces and cut one of these in the morning. Oh, I was hoping to get further along than this. Have you ever had one of those times when you just can't realize how stupid you are? That's me right now, and that's time is right now. It's time to stop working on this tonight. I said to myself, you know what, screw it. If the top piece doesn't look absolutely perfect, big deal. I'm gonna put some trim around it, and you're never going to really see the top of it anyway. So I started putting it together, and I'm kind of glad I did because of what I found. Let me show you. Remember when I said how clever I was? No, I'm so stupid right now. I'm so stupid. This thing is about as upside down, inside out, and backwards as it could be. Okay, so here's what I did. This piece is upside down, and the whole thing is backwards because this is the part that's supposed to go up against the back of the engine area. And then this, see how it's curved like this? This is to make that cutout for the step. But this angle is supposed to be on that side. So, and I don't really like that wood that I was using on that side either. I think I'm gonna go buy some more of this 3/4 thick oak ply. And I'm gonna do it right. So I'm just back from Menards getting some more wood. I got 2 oak sheets and a pine sheet. I need that for something else too. And got the pooch some milk bones. Maybe we'll give her one. Let's see if she wants it. I like to give her 2 because, well, look at her. She's a beast. Coco, would you like this? Would you very much like this? Okay, here. You can have another one too. Okay? You'd be good. Guard the house. Okay. Alright, so let's get back at it here. Alright, here we go. This is just a test fit. It's basically just standing on its own. This is the way it should be. I'm happy with it. So now I'm just going to glue it up, hopefully for the last time. I did chase the other rabbit joints there with the router again, just to clean them up from all the glue and nails and all that stuff. So and then we get to stain and polyurethane. Sun's out, it should set up quick. Alright, we're a little bit later on in the day now. There's a coat of polyurethane on this, and that is the final one. It looks really shiny there. You can see my brush strokes, partly because it's right into the sun. I'm trying to get it to dry, but there it is. It's a big one, but it's gonna fit in the spot. I'm pretty sure. I hope. And then we're gonna put it through that opening. I think that seems to make sense to me. So I'm just gonna let that dry, and while that's working on there, I'm going to. I was working on some trim pieces, and I can show you from right here. See that vinyl that exposed right in the center line there? I'm gonna put some trim pieces up there to cover that up, and boy, my room is getting, our room is getting really close to being done then. Well, we're working on putting it in, and we have a very tight fit here. Oh, here comes the board. That's gonna hopefully help me. As you can see here, I got clearance there, but not here because this thing still bows down a little bit. But I was able to crank it up with a crowbar, and it does flex enough, so we're going to be able to get it through. But I have to use this board here to make that happen. So I'm going to do that, and here's my helper here.
Hi, gamers.
He's my pride and joy. There it is. We got it in there. And actually there's a lot more clearance there. It must have been higher in the back, but it fits. So there you can see how that'll work. And then I think right across there we'll do a little fence so we can put I don't know, little knickknacks or something up there. Who knows? What do you think?
It's a gamer closet.
It's a gamer closet. Everything revolves around games for
Like
these
Fortnite.
kids. Like Fortnite.
Oh yeah, man.
Then there, I think we'll do some carpet across here or something. So, all right, we'll get the bed frame back up. We had to take that down. So, yeah, and I did finally clean up on here, as you can see. What's that there?
The cat's gonna go in there.
The cats?
Yeah, when we bring them.
The cat. They could. You know, I haven't thought about a spot for the litter boxes yet.
Well, you could just put the little box in the gaming closet.
Oh, no. I'd rather not.
Okay.
I just got bit by the MCI bus that is not square. So see that gap there? There's nothing I can really do about that because it's tight up there and it's tight down here. There's a gap there, and that's about a ½ inch. And it's about a ½ inch off here when I go to put this in. I don't know if I can show. But that's where the hole used to be. Actually, it looks like it's more like an inch off. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's that middle one? I was pretty sure I put it in the top one. That is a long way away from where it should be. I hope that mattress squishes, I guess. Alright, so I have the bed frame put in. I'm just stepping around it here. We're gonna worry about shelves and drawers here a little bit later, I think. Or we're only gonna do shelves in there, I think, and the door. And I did plan for the door to be able to swing out and not hit this right here. And I'll probably attach this. That'll give it a little more strength too. Oh, I just can't believe I got bit by that there. I measured at the top, not at the bottom. So, I don't know if you can tell, but it bows in ever so slightly to give me that extra clearance. I guess I just hope that my bed still fits in there okay. Just gonna squish a little bit. So I'm working on the back panel where I have an outlet and then a 12-volt plug, and I might end up adding some other switches and stuff there eventually, but probably not right away. But anyway, the trick is how am I going to attach it? So what I'm doing is I put some roofing nails through here, okay? And I've done this before with panels and then wrapped vinyl over it. But the problem is these nails, even when I hit it with a big rubber mallet, these nails, they end up poking through the vinyl. So my plan is going to be cut another piece here of 3/8 and so this is going to go over top of it. I'm going to glue this down and screw it down to sandwich it. So now these will be sandwiched in between there and they won't be able to move out. And then to put the panel in, all I have to do is pound it in with a rubber mallet or something and then it'll stick. Alright, here's the test fit of that back panel, and it's a good thing I did because it took some finagling to get it to really start going in there. So basically I've kind of piloted the holes, I guess, but it's pretty, you know, that's pretty solid in there. So I'll cover this with the same vinyl, and then I think I'll stain a piece of oak like this and use that as my bottom. And I'll probably just finish nail that on it so I can pop that off too if I want. Well, alright, that was a bad idea. These are my nails after I was trying to pull them out, and actually this nail here never came out. It stayed in. So I'm not going to attach these that way, that's for sure. I do have another idea though. The more I got to thinking about it, I could probably put a screw just in the end and one on the other end, and I guess hope it just kind of holds itself here. Well, I guess the piece I put here with sandwich in between that. This oak piece I'll put there, so maybe that could work. Alright, here it is installed. I don't really like that shadow line up there, probably because it's how thick it is, but I think I'm just going to leave it for now. It's not perfect, but I'm not going to let perfect be the enemy of done right now. So I'm going to do that, and I'm also thinking, so we got two USB ports there, plus room for you know, something we can plug in there. But remember this little outlet I showed earlier? Maybe, I don't know if I talked about it or not. It also has a little LED lights there. Cool thing about these are, you'd think you install them this way, right? Which is a good way to do it. Then the USB plugs are facing that way, and the light would shine right down, and I don't even know if it would fit. Actually it wouldn't. So I'm going to mount it upside down like that. I should probably have two hands for this, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to get that installed, and then I'll let you know how it is. Alright, I got that one installed now. And I tested out the light functionality on it, and check this out. So there's a little sensor here, and see how the more I cover it up, the brighter it gets. So that's pretty cool. So it would kind of, as it got darker, it gets brighter. You can also just turn it off, and then it won't be on ever. That's pretty cool. My next step is to put probably the board down, and then I'm going to do the piece that covers up that. Those are the bad ones. This is the good one. So this is this piece. Let's see if I can show this to you. This is the piece that goes right up here. See what fits right in there? Now I made it a little big because it's all going to be wrapped in vinyl, so it gets a little bit bigger. And I think that's perfect. So we'll do that, and we can put a little light in there if we want later. All kinds of stuff. Oh geez, I just realized I screwed something else up. I'm an idiot. It's supposed to have a part that comes out this way too. Oh well. Alright, well. Alright, I finally got this piece fixed after or put together after I think the third or fourth try. See, this is, that's about fitting in there, something like that. Cover that with vinyl. And what this does is it helps seal in the, it seals in the temperature from the window. Well, it's been a long time coming. Been a lot of blood, literally. A lot of sweat, maybe even a little bit of tears, but the back bedroom is, we're gonna call it done. There's a couple more things maybe to take care of, but I'd like to show you it. So, here we go. There it is. So we come in here. I should probably shoot this on the GoPro. It's a little wider lens. You get a better idea of it, but if anyone has followed the bus conversions, how to build a bus conversion Facebook group, you've probably already seen some of this. But here it is. So we've got trim almost everywhere. I really like the way this came out. We got a little extra gap there. Maybe that's what brown silicone is for. Put this piece of trim up. Still got doors to do on every cabinet in this bus, but I'm not gonna keep that. I'm not gonna let that hold me back from calling this done. So, and this is from the back side. That right there, I need to add the other window thing, but I think I might have to cut it down a little bit because there's not going to be much window left. In all reality, we're thinking about removing that window as well as, I think, that window eventually. So maybe that'll solve itself. But yeah, I'm really thrilled with how this came out. I really like the way that looks back there. So this is, as you can see, some exposed wood down here. I still need to do the, I've got to get some oak and stain it up, finish it, all that stuff to get that in there, but I'm going to call this part good enough. I got a little something that will do in there, but I really like how this has turned out. I think Lucy, my daughter, picked out this duvet cover. So, question is, oh, I really like the way this turns out. I don't know. I've always wanted it to have a little bit of a ship feel, or I don't even know exactly. To me, it feels a little bit like a ship, I guess. I'm not sure exactly why, but or like a, you know, some kind of ship cabin. Anyway, question is, what do we work on next? We've got our bathroom, which does not excite me a whole lot. I did put that little dinkus in. We've got the shower, could be a quick win. Really all we've got left to the shower is that top piece there and some trim. We've got the bunk areas we could finish. Probably not a ton to do here either. Actually, the air conditioner to swap out, that's going to be a big deal. I should probably think about that. But in a way, I'm actually thinking about this right here. Might be my next. And I know I said I was going to be finishing this back to front, one step at a time. But I feel like I got so far ahead by finishing up that back bedroom. I feel like this is an eyesore when I first come in. I always see this exposed framing. So I think I'd like to tidy up these wires and all that. Yeah. I'm sure all this is giving someone anxiety. Gives me a little anxiety, but I know what each of them does, and I'm not too worried about it. Well, that's it for this mega build episode. I've got another hockey tournament coming up this weekend, and I plan on taking the bus. You can find my hockey channel. If you're so interested, you can see what we're doing there. I might shoot a little bit from that, but for the most part, I'm trying to get as much as I can done, ready for that. And I will be staying in here all weekend. And yeah, we'll see what comes next, and I will keep you updated. Let me know what you think about anything that I did. I always love hearing the comments, so thank you.